Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Southern Woods and Waters. And if you're anything like us here at the show, happy September to you. It has finally arrived, September the 1st, and I know a lot of you already spent the day out in the field with family and friends today. Dayton and I both did as well, a couple of different places. Matter of fact, I was in Sumner County, you were over in Wilson County. But just great times to be had. Joined tonight in the studio by our buddy Mike Adams, and I've also spent a little time in the dove field with you over the time.
Oh, yeah. I just had a memory pop up on Facebook
you did just a second ago, 2 years ago.
It was about 95 degrees if it wasn't 100. We had shade or we wouldn't blast.
We wouldn't have made it.
Yeah,
I mean, we were out at
It was nice today, though.
Yeah.
We had that breeze. Y'all have a good breeze?
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't too bad.
We found you a place in the shade and hung in there. Been hunts all over the state. I've heard some good information on some of the public fields. I've heard some not good information, you know, but there have been some good public hunts that I've already got information on
Probably
today.
still some feathers floating out there.
Absolutely.
Right now, you know?
Yeah, it's been a great time. So as y'all can tell, tonight we're going to be talking all about dove hunting. We're actually going to be taking y'all along on a hunt over in West Tennessee with our buddy J.R. Sweat, and we're also going to be going to the White Oak WMA, and we're going to be interviewing some of the guys out there about how TWRA goes about building a dove field, managing it all the way up to the point that the hunter's out there hunting. So looking forward to getting y'all out there and talking about that as well. But you know, guys, there's a lot more to it than just shooting doves. There's way more to it. I mean, it really is.
You know why?
There's usually food involved.
Football time in Tennessee.
It's football time. There's always a football game on the radio. There's food on the grill.
That's right.
Yeah, Mike came dressed accordingly. But you know, there's always food around. There's always a lot of laughs.
Hey, it's a rabbit hunt in the air. You know that?
Yeah, it is.
It's
You
that
find your shady
community
spot
camaraderie thing.
sit around and talk. Now, I don't think we had a bird today before about 4:30. You know, we sat and talked a long time, had a good time just waiting on them to come in. But from 4:30 on, it was, I mean, you better be ready. It was on.
Well, I know
then.
your phone was good on background because all I could hear was like when you have your earmuffs on and you can hear your action.
Yeah.
That's all I could hear when you would shoot.
Right. Yeah, I was trying to guide Mike in, make sure they were getting into Nashville good. And so he was going live action, you know, in the background.
It's going to rain this weekend.
You know,
Saturday
off
and
on
Sunday.
chances at just about each day, and I think it'll be, in my opinion, good. I kind of like to see a
Hey,
little
the
rain.
doves come in with the windshield wipers
Some
on.
nice
They'll still
velvet
fly.
bucks killed.
There were some great velvet bucks killed,
some
guys.
nice ones.
I mean, all over the state. Some fantastic deer. I've seen some great. I mean, yeah, a lot of them were taken over in the West Tennessee zone. Hey, a lot of them were taken with archery equipment right
Some
here.
of them were 100. Did you see the one 190-inch deer?
Yeah.
Yeah, green score 190 and some change.
Yeah.
And guys, that is, I mean, that's a deer of a lot.
Hey,
That's
saw
way
a
beyond
couple
a deer
that
of a
had
lifetime.
hardhorn that had just a tad of velvet on them.
Well, there were several hardhorn bucks taken.
Sure
So,
was.
I mean, you never know what's going to, we call it the velvet hunt, but a lot of bucks will go ahead and shed early. And you know, so it's common.
And that velvet's off, you know what's on their
Right,
mind.
and that's what I was asking you that one year about that big rub that time, and you told me, you know, it's a big old post rub where they all hit. So some of them may be hitting it, some of them might not.
Sign poster, they'll get the scratch in their heads, and but there's certain rubs they'll hit all year round, and that's some of them that they'll hit, you know, when they're getting that old velvet off. It itches them, but you know, you can tell they'll scratch and scratch trying to get that velvet off of them once it's ready to come off.
You know, that's one of the things I always look for killing the hardhorn. I always look down at that base and I want to see, does he have any tree rub?
Yeah,
He's got a
bunch of
got a wood in there. You know,
they love the cedar trees around here. You know, you seem to find them on cedar trees a lot. But yeah, congratulations to everybody that got out and went and hunted this weekend. Duck Madere, he was successful. Roger McMullen was successful. Got to say, congratulations to both of you guys. Y'all are going to get to see those hunts here soon. We'll be airing them. Got a couple of them on film. So those guys had a great weekend, and we appreciate them always getting out and filming for us. So I already got some deer hunting action right around the corner, guys. And again,
it won't be long.
It's
hunting
open
season
today, so I mean it's hunting season this year. Still some great fishing going on, Dayton. I mean, some great fishing to come, as a matter of fact.
Especially if raining Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, they'll be biting top water.
Dayton said you might not see him on the dove field. He's allowed to be out there throwing the top water bait somewhere.
WMAs and pull your boat up and get out and hunt a while and go back and fish.
You can. They're having the youth dove hunt this coming Saturday morning down at Old Hickory. That's always a big time, and I love how they cater to the youth on that one.
Hey, and jump back on the youth. Did you see how many kids killed velvet deer this time?
Yeah.
A lot of
quite a
kids.
few did.
Yeah, I really like that.
More than than I realized in the past. And that is one advantage. People talk advantages and disadvantages, on crossbows or even modern archery equipment, compound and stuff. You can get those kids out there a lot younger with some of this equipment.
Yeah, and plus the deer haven't come in rut or ain't started to come in rut, so you still got a bunch of bachelor groups and stuff, and they're not itching to get by themselves. They're still roaming around.
It's still all about the food.
They're not being pushed anywhere, so
they're not being bothered. So
take your time.
Now you got a month for them to be able to chill out before the regular season opens, and it'll be, I'm sure, just as warm at that point in time.
Right.
All right, real quick before we go on the wild game forecast, we have just a second, but we have to draw a number. This is for our dove hunt winner. We'll tell you guys who it is later, but Mike's going to hit a number randomizer. Go ahead and hit it, and just turn it towards what we got.
It is number 14.
Number 14. So we'll tell y'all who that is here in a little while. They're going to be going dove hunting with us. But
number
right
14.
now, let's go over and go to this week's wild game forecast. This week's Wild Game Forecast has been sponsored by our friends over at Wilson Bank and Trust. You guys can find them at over 30 Middle Tennessee locations. They've been taking care of all your banking and financial needs now for over 30 years. Be sure to stop in and tell them thank you for all they do for us here at the show. All right, guys. Well, Dayton, you already hit on a little bit. We got some chances of rain off and on, so at the very least, we're going to have a little cloud cover. That's good for topwater, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, everything will be, the barometric pressure will be down a little bit. And if you look, we got a couple of fronts coming in.
Yeah.
And anytime it rains this time of year, it betters your chances like 50%.
Yeah.
Especially on topwater. They hate that sunshine. I mean, they just do. But the minnows will be up, the bluegill will still be up, and the sun ain't just killing them. So they'll be up this
That'll
weekend.
make a big difference. And like I say, on a dove field, I like it. Number one, you get a little shade. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
I don't care if it rains a little bit, just so long as you have a little shade. But they seem to come in waves a lot in between those rains. Just like the deer will move in between the rain. The doves seem to fly really well in between them. So,
the
big
water
deal.
probably puts a little feed on the ground, washes a little feed loose or something.
Knocks
so
it loose.
Yeah.
They'll do it.
Absolutely.
And you were talking about the barometric pressure. Everything that we've caught, we fished 2 days this week, Monday and Wednesday. I guess the deepest fish we've caught was maybe 4 feet.
Right. And look at the moon phase right now. We don't have that much moon.
Yep.
But it's up during the daytime.
Yep.
So, I mean, that has a lot to do with stuff, too.
It does. All the above
All
mixes
that
together at all
in
times.
one.
People ask you what the secret is. It's everything together.
Right.
But, guys, we want to remind you to follow us on Facebook and keep up with us there. Our lucky winner just won that dove hunt. That's where they entered that by putting in a picture. So keep up with us. Also, check us out at swwtv.com. We'll be right back here in just a minute with this week's Pictures of the Week and some more Southern Woods and Waters.